Hey, Miss Weatherall here. I'm going to show you how to take the GCF when you have four terms, and there's just simple rules to follow. First, you're going to do grouping. So you're going to group, and grouping you're going to put parentheses around a set. So I'm going to put a parenthesis around this first set of numbers, pair of numbers, and a parenthesis around the second. The reason I did that is because I'm going to look at these individually. Again, Ms. Messer did a great job in showing you how to get the GCF from a binomial, and that's what we're doing here. So now I'm going to look at this first, just this first one. I'm going to ignore the second one for a minute. And I can see that the GCF is just 1x. So if I factor out from x squared, I take 1x away, I'm left with 1 inside my parentheses. I still have my plus sign, and 4 divided by 1 is 4. And an x, and you take away an x, you're not left with any x's. So this first term factors to what's in blue here. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my plus, and I look at my second term. And I see the greatest common factor from 2 and 8, there's no x's involved, is a 2. So taking the factor out, I have x left. So 2x divided by 2 is x, and then 8 divided by 2 is 4. So I'm left with what's in black there. Now here's the cool thing. Okay, notice that the x plus 4 and the x plus 4 is the same. So write that, x plus 4. You're done with that. If it helps you, cross it off. Now what is remaining? And you say, oh, Miss Weatherall, I've got a plus 2 and an x. So just go ahead and set up another parenthesis and put that x plus 2 in another parenthesis. And voila, you've factored 4 terms. How cool and how easy is that? So let's do the next one. So again, I'm going to start by grouping, and by grouping I put parentheses around the pairs. Then you look for the GCF of 6 and 8, and you know it's 2. I have an x in both terms, so I pull out an x. And then you factor it out. 6 divided by 2 is 3. You take away the x, and you're left with a y. Minus 8 divided by 2 is 4. You have 1x, and you take 1 away. You're not left with any. Then, okay, so that term's down. Now let me do the next one. Looking at 15 and 20. Greatest common factor is 5, so I bring that out. I cannot bring a letter because the 20 doesn't have a y, so I start a parenthesis. 15 divided by 5 is 3, and that y just has to stay there. Minus 20 divided by 5, which is 4. The cool thing again, looky here, you have the same number, so I write that in parentheses. 3y minus 4. Start a parenthesis, and I'm going to take that first 2x that's left and that plus 5 and put it in a parenthesis with it. Helps if I write a 5 and not a 2. And there you factored 4 terms. Do one more and then I'll quit on this video. Let's do the bottom one. Start by grouping. Okay. And because this is a plus right here, I'm going to make it easy. I'm going to make that, it was a minus. I'm going to make it easy, make it a plus, and make that negative with that 16. Just the way I do it. This is actually a 20b. Got cut off. So this is a 20b. So notice what I'm doing here. If I'm factoring, do I have a common factor in the first set? Yes, you do. But what about the second set? You don't. So this is the cool thing. You can reorder your equation before you put your parentheses. So I don't like the way that that's set up. That's okay. I'm going to start over. Remember, math, sometimes you have to do that. So I'm going to start over by grouping these together. Now this is the 20b. So what other term has a b with it? This minus 15. So I'm going to put those two terms together, and then what I'm just circling in purple together. So I'm going to put 12a squared minus 16a. And then I'm going to put the other one, the minus 15ab, and the plus 20b. So again, for my purposes, I'm going to go ahead and make that an addition and put that negative with that. So I'm going to go ahead and put my parentheses around now. And looking at my first term, I'm looking for the GCF of 12 and 16, and I know that's 4. Now I've got 2 a's here and 1 a here. 1 can come out. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. That goes in the parenthesis. I have 2 a's. I take away 1a, and I have 1 left. Bring down the minus sign. 16 divided by 4 is 4. I have an a, and I take away an a, and I don't have anything left. So I factor the first term. Okay, so now look, I've got a minus 15ab and a 20. So what is a factor I can take out? I'm going to look at this one. I can take out a minus 5, and I can take out a b. So negative 5 divided by negative 15 is a positive 3, and I'm left with an a because my b's cancel out. The next term, plus 20 divided by negative 5, well, that's either plus a negative, or I can make it a minus, which is 20 divided by 5 is 4. I have a b and take away a b, and I'm done. Now looky here, these two terms are the same, so you write that, 3a minus 4. You're done with that. What's left? We've got a 4a and a minus 5b. That goes in another parenthesis, and you just factored using factor by grouping.